So a little while back, I made a video on whether or not you can go to jail, or more specifically, federal prison for failing to pay your taxes. A link to that video is here at the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I go over the law. I go over various court cases pertaining to this. But the answer to the question is basically yes. Yes, it is. It is possible to go to jail for failing to file your taxes or to pay your taxes, right? And Midnight1235 is asking about this. They say, "Hi Logan, I don't understand where the line is drawn. If someone is currently non-collectible and can't pay their taxes, could they technically go to jail? Thanks. Or is it just people who get caught cheating on their taxes?" So this is a great question, right? Midnight's basically saying, look, there's something called currently non-collectible status that the IRS has, hardship status, right, in which the IRS looks at your financial situation and deems you unable to pay your taxes back, at least at the present time. So Midnight's basically asking, hey, well, I mean, those folks aren't paying their taxes, those folks in currently non-collectible status and hardship status and CNC status. So could they technically go to jail on that basis that they're not paying their taxes? And the answer to that question, Midnight, is no, absolutely not. Not on that basis alone, anyway. Because if we look at the actual law here, the actual statute, this is the misdemeanor statute, 7203, willful failure to file a return, supply information, or pay tax, right? There's a key word in here. Any person required under this title to pay any estimated tax or tax, okay, who willfully fails to pay such estimated tax or tax, right, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, fine not more than $25,000, imprisoned not more than 1 year, right? The the felony statute says 5 years there, but anyway, in both statutes, the key word here is willfully, right? You're willfully failing to pay a tax. Think about what being in currently non-collectible status or CNC status means, okay? It means that the IRS has looked over your financials, look at your balance with them, and has determined that you're unable to pay. If you're unable to pay, okay, that lacks willfulness, right? You're not paying the IRS the money that you owe them is not due to your willfully failing to pay a tax. It's due to your inability to pay back the tax. That is what CNC status means. Okay? So, no, Midnight, the IRS isn't going to look at all these people in CNC status and say, haha, gotcha. You're under 7203. You failed to pay your tax. No, there's a lack of willfulness there because they can't pay it even if they wanted to. Right? You see what I'm saying? Now, this isn't to say that if you're in CNC, you're completely protected from criminal prosecution. The IRS may administratively put you in CNC or in any resolution, installment agreement, whatever, and down the line, find out that you were actually pulling some shenanigans, right? Some illegal shenanigans, and then criminally prosecute you, but not on the basis of simply not paying your taxes alone and being in CNC status. Would you be in violation of the criminal statute? Because there's no willfulness there. You can't. You're unable to pay it. Okay. There's not. That lacks the willfulness that is required for criminality under the statute. Okay. Good question. Good question. I love the questions. Keep them coming, folks. If you want to watch my videos on how you can wind up in federal prison for failing to pay your taxes or file your tax returns, check out these two videos on the left-hand side of the screen for your education and enjoyment. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.